Hi. So, welcome to our Q&A episode. And before I will start our Q&A for today, I will just um, drop 1 tablespoon of this apple cider vinegar. I really love this because now I have colds and I want to really be energized. So, really good. Even it's a bit sour, but it's all good. It's a good medicine. It's a good medicine for cough, for colds, for fever, any kind of diseases. Probably I'm using that, especially when I feel that my body needs more energy. So I have a question for Rika from Rika, and she said, "Hi Sharon, thank you for all your support in my personal journey. I'm seeking your advice on how I will handle my mom's different point of view about what I am doing and with my choices I'm making. So this is the situation. My mom recently learned about me taking an online course on social entrepreneurship. She thinks that I have no direction, definite direction in my career because I'm always trying new, different things. She's probably coming from a few years ago when I left my job to study animation and then ended up going back to job. It's annoying and hurtful the way she confronts me, saying, "You're always hopping to different careers and going nowhere. Why not stick to your job?" It's hard to make her understand that I am naturally learner and love exploring and learning new things, that I never regretted any of my decisions because it's part of my journey of finding my purpose. How can I make her understand? Thank you, Rika, for your great question. I believe that it's not that it's not only you that is having this kind of challenge or struggle. I believe that there are a lot of people out there who also watching this have a situation as you. So the situation is between you and your mom, that she's not really agree on what you are doing, or she couldn't really understand where your journey right now. And your question is, how can you make her understand? So I want to explain few things here about, first, about your mom, which are your parent, and this is addressed also to some parents. And I hope this video will help you and other audiences who have this situation as this. Okay, what are parents' role and responsibilities to us kids? This is just my personal opinion. Parents Parents' role and responsibility is to love, nurture, and support their kids, okay? But not to control their lives. Okay, most of the time, some parents, they want to control the lives of their children. So there are stages, right? Okay, for example, from baby, then toddler, then when you become when you become teens, then you're still studying. Of course, the parents are always there to guide, to give instruction to us, right? Especially when kids couldn't really make their own decisions yet. But when the times come that you are already adult and you're already at the right age to make decision for you, parents, if you are watching this, support your kids for whatever they want to do in their life. Do not dictate on what do you want them to do for their lives. Because the worst is when parents insist to their kids their own dreams, not the dreams of their children. And that is, if that will happen, you will just kill your children's heart and soul. It is not really healthy. So okay, um, parents don't know everything. about their kids. I believe that good parents, good parents want a good future for their kids, for their children. But of course, they don't know everything. They probably know some gifts and strengths of their children. But you know what? Gifts, calling, and strengths are later on being discovered as we grow up, as we go on in our lives, as we explore, as we take different adventures, as we meet different peoples. That is how we discover more of our gifts, calling, and strengths. So if parents really want to support their kids, in my opinion, they need to let them um, let their kids do, explore, make some mistakes, then learn, make some mistakes until they succeed. They just need to support them. But the challenge is for Eureka, how can you how can you make your mom, your parents understand you? How can they believe and trust you? So, number one that I want to ask you is, um, how do you explain to your parents? How do you explain to your mom? Do you explain it in a loving and a respectful way? Because you said in your letter that you are being annoyed. Okay, there is something like irritation on your part. Okay, my suggestion for you is you need to approach them. You need to explain it to them in a loving and a respectful way without compromising your own philosophy. And to believe in you or trust you is not your control anymore. What you can only control is how you live your own life and how you fulfill your own dreams. Okay, how do you explain it to them? You said that you want them to understand you. How is your voice? How's your tonality? How is your approach? There is really a big gap between us, this generation, this millennial generation, and the generation of our parents, especially when it comes to technology and internet, right? So it's so hard for them. We need to be patient with them. It's really hard on them to really understand us, to in whatever ways that we are doing, because of course the profession or careers before and now are so different. And on their generation, it was just limited to doctors, um, teachers, nurse, lawyers, dentist, or whatever the traditional courses, right? Traditional professions. But of course, nowadays there's so much about internet, about arts, about journalism, about virtual assistant, about social media that they don't really understand. And for them, it's not that stable, and it's so risky, right? That's why in your mom's head is you're hopping to different things and you're going nowhere. Why don't you just stick to your job? For them, job is really the most secured things in the world, which is not. Okay, so how do you explain to them? And to explain to them, you need to really evaluate yourself. Do you know really your personal vision? What do you really want in your life? Who is the person that you want to be? Because once you got this too, your personal vision, once you got really clear on your personal vision, on who do you want to become and where do you want to be, how do you want to live your life. And number two is, um, what's the thing that you want to accomplish in this world. If you are clear on that and you can explain to your mom, it will be easier for her to understand you. And do not be irritated, or do not be frustrated if she will not agree with you, if she will not understand you. That is on her, that's not on you anymore. For you, your responsibility is to fulfill your own dream. And do not let your mom or let other people be the stealer. Yes, they can be stealers of dreams. They are not your enemies, but they can be stealers. So we just really need to guard our minds and our hearts on our personal vision. And I want to share the philosophy from Robert Louis Stevenson. He said, to know what you prefer instead of humbly saying amen to what the world tells you you also prefer is to have kept your soul alive. It's okay to say no. It's okay to not to listen to other people. It's okay if they don't understand you, as long as you understand yourself, as long as you are clear on your personal vision. Leave that to them, and you continue in your path. You continue to fulfill your own dreams. Okay, and number three that I wanted to share with you is about your learning and exploring new different things. That is fine. That is okay. It means that you don't want to settle and you are seeking for so much more in your life. But take into consideration, and this is so important. Know where do you want to be in your own life. That is personal vision. Where do you want to be in your life? Number two is know your greatest strength. Once you got these two, your personal vision and your greatest strength, once you got these two, get all the best trainings, all the best books, hire the best coaches, go to best seminars that can help you focus on that can help you accomplish on whatever you want to be or to do in your life. Immerse yourself on those topics and become the master of it. So you will not be cluttered, you will not go hopping, and you will it can lead you to nowhere because you don't have a personal vision, and if you don't know your greatest strength, and if you don't have the right people to help and guide you. So I hope, Rika, this will help you on how you can approach your mom and how you can really fulfill your personal vision. And for you who are watching this video, if you want this and if you want to share this to your friends who can benefit this, please do so. If you want to give comments, please um, give your comments down below. And of course, I love to hear your story of whatever challenges that you have with your parents, with your loved ones, with your spouse, with your friends who are not really or who are not really agree on what you're doing now, and how did you overcome them. And if you need also some help, you can reach me here. You can you can schedule your discovery breaker session with me. Thank you for watching, and whatever you want to be, to do, and have in your life, it all starts with you.